The question was, do you post or do you sit his fast walk?
I will sit the trot or canter.
Got it.
The 18th century was referred to as bobbing up and down. It was not called.
It was a longer thing to say.
Well, what you see is what you get. Bobbing up and down.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I like that. Very perfectly descriptive.
Exactly. But sitting a trot on him is a little bit different. It's very jerky.
Did they really call it bobbing up and down?
It's the only record I have. I don't have anything on posted.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think I'll ever forget that.
Yeah.
I know. Now we all know bobbing up and
Done
down.
that twice.
Wow.
Hit or two.
Yeah.
Piece of luggage.
Yeah. It's
Carry-on bag.
your overnight bag.
That's it. It will fit under your seat,
And
literally.
why do you have your halter on the horse?
I got to be all the time off.
Ah, like a parking space. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
you always have to-
Got it. And what is under the fur on your...
I don't have them here because it's MPS, but these are for pistols.
Got it.
Okay.
That makes sense. Very nice. And what is the padded thing underneath your portmanteau?
It's a pillion pad, which you can put mail on. You can put a rider on there.
Oh, you could put a rider on there. Ah, and I walked down. What was I thinking?
Yeah, you could have had a ride.
Nice.
It's a padded, literally a padded seat.
Very cool.
It's called a pillion pad.
Thank you, Mr. Prescott.
Good morning. My name is
The regulars are out! We're on the road! Regulars are out! The regulars are out!
It is our sad duty to inform you that our intelligence reports the British regulars are on the march. Even now, they're on the highway, and we are of the mind that their destination is Concord. We believe that their intent is to seize and destroy your cannon, powder, and other arms and munitions stored here and nearby. We therefore urge you, sir, to make the necessary reparations and make with the most urgent haste and dispatch. Our prayers are with you in the honor of desperation, in the hour of desperation, and we wish you Godspeed. Your most humble and obedient servants, the Boston Committee of Safety, the Sons of Liberty.
Of our men and as we afterward heard, had killed several. This intelligence was brought to us at first by Samuel Prescott, who narrowly escaped the guard that were sent before on horses, purposely to prevent all posts and messengers from giving us timely information. He, by the help of a very fleet horse crossing several walls and fences, arrived at Concord at the time above mentioned. When several posts were immediately dispatched, that returning confirmed the account of the regulars arrived at Lexington and that they were upon their way to Concord. Upon this, a number of our Minutemen belonging to the towns of Acton and Lincoln, with several others that were in readiness, marched out to meet them, while the alarm company was preparing to receive them in the town. Captain Minot, who commanded them, thought it proper to take possession of the hill above the meeting house as the most advantageous situation.
Of Acton testify that Isaac Davis, who was killed in the Concord fight in 1775, was my husband. He was then 30 years of age. We had 4 children. The alarm was given early in the morning, and my husband lost no time in making ready to go to Concord with his company. A considerable number of them came to our house and made their cartridges there. The sun was from 1 to 2 hours high when they marched for Concord. My husband said but little that morning. He seemed serious and thoughtful, but never seemed to hesitate as to the course of his duty. As he led the company from the house, he turned himself round and seemed to have something to communicate. He only said, "Take good care of the children," and was soon out of sight. In the afternoon, he was brought home a corpse. He was placed in my bedroom until the funeral. His countenance was pleasant and seemed but little altered. The bodies of Abner Hosmer, one of the company, and of James Hayward, one of the militia company, who was killed in Lexington in the afternoon, were brought by their friends to the house, where the funeral of all 3 were attended together.
And there made a halt. After a while, they begun to tear the plank of the bridge. Major Buttrick said, if we were all of mind, he would drive them away from the bridge. They should not tear that up. We all said we would go. We then wasn't loaded. We all were ordered to load and had strictest orders not to fire till they fired first, and then to fire as fast as we could. When then marched on Captain Davis' Minute Company, marched first, then Captain Allen's Minute Company. They were gone, and then I was next. We marched too deep. It was a long causeway, being round the river. Captain Davis had got, I believe, within 15 rods of the British when they fired 3 guns, one after the other. I see the balls strike in the river on the right of me. As soon as they fired them, they fired on us. Their balls whistled well. We then was ordered to fire that we could fire no more and not to kill our own men. It is strange that it wasn't no more killed, but they fired too high. Captain Davis was killed and Mr. Hosmer, and a number wounded. We soon drove them from the bridge.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the